Hey, how would you like to get professional quality photo lab film developing results at home? Well, now you can with the THD CP-Lift Home Darkroom available from Reflex Lab. Now I marked this video as paid promotion. I did not get paid any money to make this video, but Reflex Lab did send me this Home Darkroom to try out free of charge. There's a lot of information in this video, so I've got all the different chapters timestamped in the description. So what is the CP-Lift Home Darkroom? It is a semi-automatic film processor made by Takumi Home Darkroom and now available at reflexlab.com. Now I say semi-automatic because it regulates the temperatures for you, it does all the agitation for you, you just have to dump the chemicals in and then dump the chemicals out. It's a rotary processor that uses Jobo style tanks. You can use the 1500 series and the 2500 series up to the 2550. There are three main advantages to using rotary processors. Number one is that it does the agitation for you, so they're easier. Number two, you can get more even development with that consistent gentle rotation. And number three, you can use a smaller volume of chemicals to do all your developing. The CP-Lift comes in two configurations, the basic kit and the all-in-one kit. The basic kit costs $999 US and the all-in-one kit is $1,099. If you already have a Jobo tank and some other film developing supplies, it might make sense to get the basic kit, but I think for most people, you're better off getting the all-in-one kit. For that extra $100, you get a lot of stuff, including the 1530 Jobo style tank, a changing bag, a film retriever, 50 archival negative sleeves, and a bunch of other stuff. All you need to add is some mixing containers and some fresh chemicals. The cost of the CP-Lift is right down the middle as far as rotary processors are concerned. Ago's units are about half the cost, and Jobo's units are about twice the cost. Okay, now I want to show you everything that comes in the all-in-one kit. When you order your CP-Lift, you can choose the plug and voltage that's appropriate for your region. I got the 110 volt version for use in the US. The CP-Lift is pretty compact. It measures 12 inches by 21 inches by 15 inches or 30 centimeters by 53 centimeters by 38 centimeters. The whole thing weighs 13 pounds and comes with a 3-year warranty. It comes almost ready to use right out of the box. You just attach the lift arm with the included Allen wrench, the second smallest one. Make sure these little gears are attached. You need these taller middle ones for the 1500 series tanks or just the outer two for the 2500 tanks. Snap in this support base, no tools needed, and you're good to go. Alright, I've already loaded my tank with film in my changing bag, so let me show you how to use the CP-Lift. Okay, we're going to take 2 gallons of water straight out of the tap. Warm water, we're going to pour that into the unit. You can see it's already kind of hot. We're going to plug our unit in, and we're going to use our set button here and our up and down buttons to set the temperature. We're going to go a little bit higher than 39 degrees. And we're going to go ahead and hit our pump button to get our water circulating. We got our cog put into the tank. We're going to attach the tank right there onto the lift. So we're just going to simply pop that on. Fits nice and snug. We're going to go ahead and rotate it, make sure we're in position so it's not going anywhere. Looks good. And we're going to go ahead and just do a little preheat of the tank. To do this, we're going to put it on low speed mode. And now we're going to go ahead and get back up to 50 RPMs. Our first solution here is just water. We're going to do a pre-soak for about a minute at 50 RPMs. So we're going to go ahead and load that in. And when it's time to dump it out, I'm not going to go ahead and use the optional hose. I'm just going to use this bottle. We're going to pour it right back into the bottle. So we're going to lift up the lift arm. And it is rotating the entire time we're doing this. Next up is our developer. This is the Cinestill kit. And we're going to dump that in. And this is going to stay in for about 3.5 minutes. You can do a little bit less since this is constant agitation. Time to dump that out. Lift up the lift. Again, rotating the entire time. Next up is the Blix. So the Cinestill kit that I have combines bleach and fix. We're going to do this for 8 minutes. While that's rotating, we're going to go ahead and pour out the developer back into the original bottle because we're going to use that again. Time to dump out the Blix. And same thing, we're going to dump the Blix back into its original bottle so it can be used again as well. Now we're going to do our wash. And we're using just water again for 1 minute at a time. We're going to do that 4 times. And we've got it up at 75 RPMs for the wash. It's time to take it off. And the moment of truth. Let's see if we got some images. I see frame lines. Let's pop it off the reel. Look at that. Beautiful. The instruction manual does include a few tips for best results. Start with warm water so the bath doesn't take so long to warm up. Preheat your tank for 5 minutes and set the temperature 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius higher than your developing temp to account for cooling off or heat dissipation. And speaking of best results, here's a little montage of images I processed with the CP-Lift. The color shots are the Kodak Ultramex that we just developed together, and the black and white shots are Arista EDU 400 that I processed with Kodak HC110 Dilution B. I scanned all these images at home with my Epson V550 and I was really happy with the results. So is the Takumi Home Darkroom CP-Lift available from Reflex Lab right for you? Well, I think a big part of the answer to that question is going to come down to a couple things. The volume of film that you shoot and how quickly you shoot it, but we'll get to that in a minute. If you're a hands-on DIY type of person that may not trust your results to somebody else, well, then this unit might be for you. If you want something that's easy to use, that's going to give you great results every time, well, again, this CP-Lift might just be for you. If you can follow a recipe, you can develop film with this unit. Plus, if an old guy like me can do it, you should have no problem. If you don't want to take the risk of sending your negatives off to a lab and potentially getting lost in the mail, well, again, when you develop a home with the CP-Lift, you don't have to worry about that. Or if you don't want to wait that 1 to 2 week turnaround time to get your negatives and film back in the mail, again, the CP-Lift will give you quick, high quality results every time. Getting the CP-Lift doesn't make sense if you're a very casual shooter or maybe just want to shoot a roll or two to experiment with. If you don't want to deal with chemicals, if you don't want to deal with scanning, well, again, you probably don't need to get this unit. For most of us, a lot of this decision is going to boil down to a matter of economics. This is an investment of $1,000, so I'm going to approach this from the break-even point where the CP-Lift will actually pay for itself. Now, a little disclaimer, because film developing prices and film developing chemical prices can vary widely depending on where you live in the world. Your mileage may vary, but I'm going to go ahead and base my numbers today on where I live here in Central Ohio. And instead of basing this discussion on how long it'll take you to reach that break-even point with the CP-Lift, since the CP-Lift comes with a 3-year warranty, I'm going to go ahead and base this on a 3-year plan and gear this discussion towards how much film you have to shoot before this unit pays for itself. So each time you develop film with the CP-Lift at home, you're going to save a bunch of money compared to if you took that same roll to a lab and paid them to do it. My favorite local lab, McAllister PhotoWorks, charges $10 to develop a roll of C41 or black and white film, and that's for 36 exposures. I can pick up a quart kit of C41 chemicals for about 30 bucks. I can typically get about 20 rolls out of that quart. So 20 rolls for 30 bucks works out to about $1.50 a roll when I develop at home with the CP-Lift. So if I can develop a roll of film at home for $1.50 instead of paying a lab $10 to do the same job, I'm saving $8.50 a roll. So the all-in-one CP-Lift unit costs $1,099, and if you divide that by $8.50, you get 129 rolls of film to break even. Divide 129 by 36 months and you get just over 3.5. Now your CP-Lift may last way longer than 3 years, but just holding it to that 3-year warranty period, if you shoot 3.5 or 4 rolls a month, like I do, then this thing will pay for itself within 3 years. Of course, you can develop film at home without the CP-Lift. It's just not as easy, and you might not get the same consistent, even results that you get using the CP-Lift. If you only shoot 1 or 2 rolls of film a month, you probably don't really need the CP-Lift. But if you're like me and shoot at least 3 or 4 rolls a month, and you want to take complete control over your developing process and get quick photo lab results at home, then this CP-Lift might be just what you're looking for. Big thanks to Reflex Lab for sending me this unit. If you want to get a CP-Lift for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description down below. And if you want to stay on top of cool new product releases like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel where I now have over 450 free videos all about film photography with many more to come. Until next time, do some good, have some fun, and develop some film.